Oh, there's a flamethrower as well. Trying to get ready to clear it out, and infantry right up the hill, and there goes the flame. Explosions everywhere. And oh, it hit the tank! And there he goes! Oh my goodness! A stray catches the flamethrower's tank, and he absolutely is deleted. What a horrible way to go. Hey guys, MoiDawg here, and today we've got another special episode of Eye in the Sky with the Iwo Jima playtest for Squad 44. If you haven't seen it already, linked in the top right of this video is the first Eye in the Sky for Iwo Jima, and that mode was Frontline. Frontline has a lot fewer tickets, it's very direct, you gotta capture one objective, maybe blow up some things like a weapons cache or a bunker, then slowly move forward, knocking out side objectives, and then finally capturing the main objective, and just progressing all the way through the match. This game, however, is offensive, and it's a much longer, more, I don't want to say drawn out, but it's a long game. It can last upwards of an hour, hour and a half, even all the way up to 2 hours. It is a very long time, and it feels a lot more like what you'd expect a real battle in World War II to feel like. And I'll say this right now, I'm not going to spoil who wins or who loses, but you get to see every single part of the island here, from the beach to the inland areas, to the green spots. Yes, I promise there's actually green spots on Iwo, to Mount Suribachi, the airfield. We get to see it all, and it is a lot of fun. But once again, this is playtesting, which means there are going to be a few things which don't work right. You'll see it in the video, just kind of acknowledge it, say, okay, yeah, that might need to be fixed, and just move on, because 98% of this match is just beautiful. Iwo Jima is a fantastic map, and I really cannot wait until the Pacific is released for real. But with that, enough of me talking. Grab a drink, grab some snacks, kick your feet up, you're gonna need it. Over an hour long of Eye in the Sky, so enjoy it. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and let me know your thoughts on Iwo Jima and Squad 44 down in the comments below. But that's it for me. Enjoy the video. Peace. All right, Eye in the Sky, and as you can see, staging phase is just about to end. We are on board with the Imperial Japanese Army defending Iwo Jima, and this is not an invasion. Well, okay, there's an invasion, but as you can see off in the distance there, as we have a few lunge mines, and oh my goodness, just Japanese infantry swarming the trenches and already taking shots. Oh, it looks like that command jeep way off in the distance. I think, yeah. Infantry commander, they're gone. Jeep is going to lose its engine, stuck in the middle of that black sand, and infantry for the Marines are trying to get off of that little fob area. That's their main base, is actually the devs have created for the Offensive 01. So Offensive 1 layer of Iwo Jima, you actually get a nice little foothold as a start, so that way you don't have to worry about a Sherman sits around right over us. You don't have to worry about just getting spawn killed quite as much, but as you can see, shots already raining right down onto that spawn. 30 cal from that Sherman trying to open up that cliffside, and it does actually look like, I mean, taking a lot of initial casualties, but yeah, turn this on here. A lot of that initial wave has been mopped up. Well, I guess for both sides, defenders are now getting torn apart on that initial cliffside here. Red is for the Marines. We're going to turn this off just for a second. We can see just how difficult it's going to be to make those targets, or to see those targets rather, as here the Marines trying to push on up. All this black blown out sand and burnt trees. This really unforgiving terrain here. Marines, onesie-twosie, using their battle buddies, trying to push on up over the cliff. Sherman, oh my goodness! Just bodies flying left and right. That Sherman's having a field day on the defenses here. Just, you love to see it. Oh man, and at least for the time being, oh my goodness, on the left side, it's just off your screen here. Back left, the bodies of those Japanese infantry, and oh, that almost looked, I might have gotten, is it AORUS there? But Sherman just firing HE, and the whole, what is that? Oh, that was a Corsair rocket barrage, but hold on a second. Hoagie with a nice little shot on infantry in the crater, and now that's his home. infantry is, I don't want to say there's really much. I mean, of course, as a body tumbles into that crater here, I don't want to say there's much of spawn killing in this, or main camping in this layer specifically, because you literally start 50 meters, it feels like, from the objective. But infantry and tanks combined do seem, you can kind of get over that initial just meat grinder, as Hoagie with another good shot on PSU 5548. Tossing a grenade after taking him out, and oh, that looks like it might be a good one. Oh, it hits right in the crater. Could have nearly taken out this entire low-crawling Marine squad. And oh, there's a flamethrower as well. Trying to get ready to clear it out, and infantry right up the hill, and there goes the flame. Explosions everywhere, and oh, it hit the tank, and there he goes. Oh my goodness. A stray catches the flamethrower's tank, and he absolutely is deleted. What a horrible way to go. Just a charred, dismembered remains, and that opens up this the flank, and well, I was gonna say nearly got speared by infantry behind him, but oh my goodness, what a gruesome way to go. Might be take two.
Guys. A lot of them are in the west now.
The flamethrower. Trying to clear out the infantry. And trying to do his best. Might actually get one. And oh no, it goes right over. And this is what we're talking about. The flamethrower, it needs to have like a very large radius around this cone. It seems like the flame itself, you can actually get under it, be next to it, and it's not going to do much, but that should really be causing some damage, or kind of causing at least some disruption. Flamethrowers right now are just glorified Roman candles at the moment. But infantry, look at what they have to try to get across right now. The entire blown out shoreline. And the objective straight ahead is the southeast beach trenches, and they are capping it. So we're on board once again. If you've forgotten, comms are on the Japanese side, even though we're looking at the Marines, and Marines are in. Well and truly on the position. Southeast trenches just swarming with Marine infantry. And Japanese command chat has started to fall silent. Little trench fighting with the submachine gun. And that grenade. Oh my goodness. Absolutely perfect. Marines clearing the trenches. Japanese as well, trying to throw grenades back the other way. Absolutely brutal fighting. Submachine guns from the Japanese side clear them out. Ooh, gets one with the submachine gun. Arasaka is still laying prone, but the Marine infantry squad is now reduced to one. Southeast beaches have been neutralized. They have not secured it completely yet, the Marines, and the Japanese are trying to fight their way back into it. Another body added to the pile. Grenade now might actually land perfectly at the feet, and it does. Submachine gunner goes down. Still have a rifleman laying prone in the trench. But look at the bodies. You now have Barbenheimer is left here, but the Japanese are really trying to fight their way back into the southeast trench line. You can see nearly captured. The flag just about to tick over. Japanese a little too late. Oh my goodness, and there you go, flamethrower with a good kill. Man, give us some charred body afterwards, you know? You need to get rewarded for your work. Flamethrower now trying to help clear the trench line.
Hey, we need to get that MSP moved.
Marines working their way up the beach trench. Flamethrower behind.
The next fucking point.
And could be in business pretty much right where you want a flamethrower in a trench line.
Is Fuel Depot next point?
No, next point is supply trenches right now. It's gonna go supply trenches.
And look at the bodies here. Absolute chaos. Laying prone. And there you go. Clears it out. Fantastic graphics. Completely immersive. Did not look at all weird and very believable as he finally bleeds out.
Tanks them all.
Let's take a look at the tickets here. 690 for the Japanese, and I still don't know how many the Marines have at the moment. But the Marines now have to attack supply line trenches. So how this works is the game follows the historically accurate way of taking Iwo Jima. You land on the beach, you get a foothold, you cut the island in half, or at least you cut Mount Suribachi off from the rest of the island, and then you take the mountain. So Mount Suribachi Peak is going to be what is it? I can't even see here. Western Blockhouse, I think, is after. So it's going to be supply line trenches, then Mount Suribachi Peak. So Mount Suribachi Peak will be the third point, and then it should kick actually back out to Western Blockhouse, which is right over here. So very
Hang on, I brought us
counterintuitive
to the next point, but
if you've never seen anything about Iwo Jima. You might just wonder, hey, why don't I take the airfield first? But from a strategic point of view, you would get blasted from the hillside, or the mountain, so you need to clear that out. We have OG Shifty Q, and he is a one-man flame army. And let's see what he can do, because look, you got a whole Japanese squad ahead of him. My bet, just based after using the flamethrower, having a squad, or leading a squad that had a flamethrower in it, watching this flamethrower now for over an hour in multiple different games, he's going to squeeze off a round, or I guess a burst, and then probably get cut down. But you know what? It's going to look cool. Flamethrower pushing out to the open, and he does see that tent, that enemy command tent, and oh my goodness! Shot and run over.
Hello.
Absolutely disgraceful.
How's the game looking?
And finishes him off with a nice little stab of the bayo. And here you go.
This shell.
Now you have the larger larger 88 positions.
It's alright. My guys have listened to me in the beginning, but I fucking proved them wrong. But the fucking point being
Very believable reload again. Get out so I can bandage you. No, I'm one-manning a crew-served anti-tank gun. Let me solo kill this vehicle. And he's actually, this rock is perfectly placed. Oh my goodness, perfectly placed for both of them. And Sherman is just hitting a little short. AA now open him up. And this 20 mil. Ooh, AA position nearly hit with HE from the Sherman. Another one comes in, and I think that's going to delete him. Absolutely perfect shot. Knocks out the AA position and also knocks out the 88 gunner. Great work by the Sherman. A couple more shots. You do need to knock out that gun, and there it goes down. Very, very important to kill those since they cannot be rebuilt.
Jeep on question mark. Mark the map.
A position once again manned, and that Sherman should be able to have eyes on here in just a second. But right now, you can see there's a Sherman just in a C.
There's another instance.
Oh, here you go. Nice little...
POI 21.
I don't know what just happened here. Huge frame drop glitch.
They're gonna start using it later.
But Marines starting to push up on the southeastern side of the objective. They have now pushed from their HQ area, and this is a player-built fob, but their HQ area way out there. So player-built fob out on the beach. A little out in the open, not sure how I like that. You really want it up a bit closer to the trench line.
It sounds like there's a lot of gunfire coming from the southeast somewhere, guys. We're all running towards the old point. I don't know why. We need to run southeast now. Southeast enemy contact here.
Fall back.
Sherman rolling up the hill, and you have a nice little lunge mine chasing him for the glory of the Emperor right now. And he might get that glory. You can hear him calling on the radio, Sherman southeast, because the command post is just ahead of us. Pretty much right where those explosions are going. Calling him, turning off the road and getting into this blown out forest.
Fortifications.
And the lunge mine, he has to swap to his primary here.
I can't do anything.
Oh, not yet. He had Marine infantry off to his left. Looks like he's going to have a little bit of cover, but he is making a beeline for this Sherman there. Finally pulls out his rifle just in case, because you have infantry off to his left. Misses his first shot. M1 Grand goes down. Oh, and it's a twofer. Knocks out two Marines, pushing them, and now can he finish it off with a Sherman kill, or at least mobility kill? Avenging himself, pulling out the lunge mine as the Sherman drifts off into the smoke. And gonna pull himself out of the trenches and start charging to it. Right into the side. And very anticlimactic. You need to engage with it. You need to you need a left click. It's very counterintuitive. You need a left click. Left click.
So
Left
I can help out.
click. Like
Mark the tank.
you're firing a weapon. Left click.
Tank mark accurate, tank mark accurate.
And he's decided to swap with the satchel. Creates a fire.
Oh shit, it's not showing me that.
And gets blown up by HE as he runs away, but that fire has started. And so the crew now have to dismount to put the fire out. And you have Marine infantry. Hold on a second. That's actually Japanese infantry. More lunge mines coming in. Infantry. Is there something going on? Do you guys not know how to use the lunge mine? I don't think they're able to do it. What is going on? My immersion. Hear him complaining in local chat about the lunge mine. I actually do not know what the issue is. Just recently watched a lunge mine that worked perfectly. But yeah. There you have it. Lunge mines so effective that you don't even need to use them and the Shermans will explode. Corsair strafe coming in. And looks like it just misses the infantry, but the Sherman will cook off.
MSP got compromised.
Japanese infantry trying to push in and keep closing the gap. Arundel goes down, and you can see what they're trying to defend. This trench line position, pretty much right where the tank went down, is the actual capture area.
Howdy.
Like right around here is the capture zone. And so red is Marines again, blue
Guys, sometimes
Japanese. Japanese are trying to flood back in the area, but they have a nice little
so you guys can use that shit.
fortified position, kind of. You can see this little
One is a
half sandbag bunker. They're actually building it up in order to give themselves a little bit of overwatch to cut off any infantry trying to run in from the north side across this road. So we see Awamuchi and Tavera. Tavera, the only one left up now.
I'm putting some
for the
machine
Marines.
guns as well for y'all on the point.
User X coming around the flank, and he might be able to get Tavera. Goes in for the Bayo charge, and he gets him. Another Corsair strafe. Oh, and that was incredibly effective. Gary Strafing and Ace G23 cleared out of the trench line.
Free emplacements as well you guys can use.
User X now focusing his sights on this north side. You have, I believe that is a fob. And no, it's a rally, or regroup rather. Cakebread, Rosgres, Fenty, Awamoki, OG Shifty. They're all coming in from the north. Rest of the Marines coming in from the southeast. And they're trying to essentially pinch the defenders that are on the point. And that's a Corsair rocket barrage. Wow, that actually just missed an entire element of Japanese infantry dug in on that hillside, just barely off. Abraham pushing up for the Marines as Tawamosi. Oh, you have Tawamosi's body here and also Tawamosi here. All right, okay. All right. All right. A little grim.
There was one burning tank on the point.
Tawamosi joins Tawamosi.
Any others, but I saw one burning.
Tawamosi pile grows bigger. Dr. Toilet Plugger
Coming from the southwest. Coming from the southwest.
has to hit the deck so he doesn't add to the pile. Marines trying to clear into this bunker. Animal Mother holding strong. Toilet Plugger. Wait, is this another Toilet Plugger body? Isn't Toilet Plugger over here? Very confused at all these bodies, but Marines, at the end of the day, are starting to kick the Japanese out of the trench line. Combat Wombat, Ace G, and oh my goodness, Fog just being thrown up into the air. Sad European, confused. But they have built up a heavy machine gun position right on the bunker, and that's actually a pretty good spot to cut off anyone trying to push up that hill from the beach. I believe that's 20 mil from the mountain. And yeah, you can see Boom Boom 2K and little ketchup. That's why you got to deal with the mountain. Sherman trying to hit that anti-tank and flak position as the Marines finally neutralize the supply line trenches. You can see just a second as the smoke clears. They're trying to lob them, and oh, they actually nail it. That 20 mil on the top goes down. And now can the Sherman adjust fire and knock out the larger anti-tank gun? Good job by this Sherman crew so far. Let's see if they even see it. They should see it.
Get in the zone, boys. Make sure to get in the zone. Oh, they got it.
Japanese pushed off the supply lines, and hold on a second. Here you go. We have a flamethrower. Oh, flamethrower goes down. Looks like he got shot right through the back, actually. Explosions, and the Japanese, they did lose the trenches, but almost 30 seconds later, actually capturing it back. Too little, too late. Infantry and Marines trading on the point. Sean running in to try to get himself some hard cover in the bunker. But now, with the supply area secured, the third point is going to be Mount Suribachi. 515 tickets, 45 minutes left.
Yeah,
oh my God, how long have we been? Hold on a second. How long has this been recording so far?
Is it? I don't
Hold
think
on a
so.
second. How long? 23 minutes. We still have
Oh,
45 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, with 511 tickets.
Rush it.
Not sure how
Maybe
many
I
the
thought
Marines
guys.
have.
I need to wait until this one. I need to. The points on
But
top,
I hope
like,
you guys brought your snacks, because this is going to be a long one. Now the Japanese have to defend the mountain, but you already have one or
That's so
two.
annoying, bro. That fucking shit gets deleted. That's so shit.
Yep.
One or two Marines trying to get on the top, and it's Mount Suribachi Peak, so the actual capture area is this
red zone doesn't
mountain
make sense.
top.
They're
Very
coming from the
tough
north, why is the
fighting
red zone on the
because
south?
it is completely wide open, only with a little bit. You can see the
Maybe they
micro
wanna
terrain,
force,
little rocks,
the Yanks
a
to push
crater
from
here
the
or
side of the
there,
mountain
but very,
rather than
very
flanking.
open.
for like, I don't know, gameplay
I don't think
or
their entrances
epicness.
in the south. There's just hills, if I'm not wrong.
I think you can go in through the main entrance on the bottom, right?
Marines
the
are starting to
bottom left,
scale
yeah.
it.
That's not really in the south, though, to be honest.
And it is tough finding your way up here if you're infantry. But what might be a problem is that... Oh! Nice little flank from behind. And he gets absolutely swarmed by
They're
the
already close.
Marines. And this is
Probably inside now.
they're already capping. So I'm gonna take this moment to
The
complain
north side of the mountain.
because I mentioned this before,
They're capping.
and they're already capping the mountain.
What the fuck?
So what's going to happen is the Marines, they just have to shift W up on top. They're going to cap this right now. I've complained to the devs specifically about this because it kind of ruins the game. There's no reason Mount Suribachi needs to have a player-made spawn for the defenders to spawn it. I'm going to tell you why. You have your logistics area all the way at Imperial Japanese Army HQ on the northeast corner of the map. Way out there, okay? As you are fighting, yes, in the real world, the whole point is that the Marines cut the mountain in half, and then, you know, that way they can't resupply it and everything like that. So I'm sure there's going to be a couple of you guys that say, well, Moi, the whole point is that the Marines now have control of the mountain and the supply lines and all that type of stuff. Okay, great. But in the real world, this was a mountain fortress with garrison troops that didn't have to literally run from another position and fortify it. They were already in here. They were laying down the hate the entire time. So a game that has Mount Suribachi, and especially the peak, because that is very hard for the Japanese to get onto it, it is very important that the devs include a team spawn, a main base spawn on Mount Suribachi until this is unlocked.
They should make it like the Maginot map, where there's a sub map, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they're working on making
Because
a
right
map
now
for,
it is very, very difficult
just for like
for
navigating
a team to actually
Okay,
get
that's
here
good.
unless you have infantry and a logistics squad that's already here, building up pretty much from the game starts, and then you're asking another group of players to pretty much not play the game for 20 minutes. It can be just very, very boring. So I'm going to be very critical on the devs at this point because you're not going to get the Mount Suribachi fight that really people are wanting with the current way the
Is it worth
game's
it to
made.
build a fob on the outside? Probably not, huh?
And that's just
Doesn't look like
unfortunate
building it.
because this is so cool. This is cool. If you actually have proper fighting here, this is one of the coolest maps, coolest combat
It's like once we was
intact
deployed, we
shooters
just immediately called back.
right now.
Called back.
Already halfway secured, and the Japanese are actually still stuck down in the tunnels because they do not know where to go. I'll show you guys right now. I think if I pop in, yeah, you can see. So the tunnel system, the Marine or the Japanese look
on top of the hill?
at this tunnel system. It is very, very cool. But what has happened is
Send it.
the infantry are stuck in a spawn. Sunkiss is in that tent. They are stuck in the spawn. They don't know where to
Big bomb
go.
on the way.
The peak is the capture point, not the whole
How do you
mountain.
get out of the inside of the mountain?
And everyone you can hear on comms are just lost.
I don't know, bro.
Is it on top of the mountain or inside
So
the
you need to
mountain?
have like this area right here
On top.
The
point on
cap
top.
is on
needs
top.
to
The cap is
be
on top, yeah.
Oh.
like a main spawn. And that will allow quick response to the
When it
summit.
says peak, it's on top. When it says Sudan, something else, it's not on top.
And there you go. Bitter fighting Mount Suribachi Peak lost to the Americans after a whole 4 minutes. It's just disappointing. And I hope this highlights the need to fix it. Because I do want to see it fixed. I've had some really good fights here. It's just hard to do it. It is hard to do it unless you have some dedicated, knowledgeable
From here.
players on it. You can see here in chat, this is the most stupid point. It's actually a great point. You just need a spawn. Very, very fun to fight on. So, Mount Suribachi goes down with a whimper. And now, Western Blockhouse is the objective. And this is actually where they had built a spawn previously. And so now you have the supply line from the beachhead is going to link up to the next point. And this is kind of where, I don't want to say it's steamrolly because this makes sense, right? You're now cutting off the head. What needs to happen though is once you have a fight here, you burn tickets, maybe you kill a couple vehicles, so that way it's a lot easier to defend later on. You don't necessarily always win on the mountain, but you do burn the Marines out. But now with such an easy fight, the Japanese really are going to have to struggle because the Japanese, this is the Japanese fob, and they are off the point. This is now right here. This is now the next objective, and the Marines are red once again. They are already on the objective, ready to cap in 20 seconds now. So Marines will capture this in about 2 minutes. And just from this alone, you can see how not having Mount Suribachi as an actual stronghold can now be catastrophic for the Japanese for the rest of the match. Yes, you're still going to have a large, wide open airfield to push through, but you yourself have 4 to 50 tickets. I believe they get, I don't know how many tickets, how much
They're
time
already
every
on this
time
point.
they
I don't think
cap.
it's worth it to fight over here. I'll be honest with you.
It's going to be
I'm just
very,
running my
very
Logitech
tough
back.
now. You essentially have to defend aimlessly for almost an hour on an airfield. And it's just, you can see the Marines are already pushing the airfield too. So you now have the hop, skip, and a jump. You hopped up on the Suribachi airfield, you skipped on over to Western Blockhouse, and you've now jumped on the fuel
Yeah,
depot,
I guess
and
we'll
the
fall out to the
dominoes are starting to fall.
Actually, there's already contact on the next point.
On fuel already? Jesus.
Yeah,
let's just focus on fuel then.
depot.
You can see command just very I know a lot of these names. I recognize the names as some really good Squad 44 players and squad leaders and commanders. So they are
Sending
good
artillery
players.
on the old point.
But they sound very frustrated at the moment.
Yeah, there's at least a full squad on the fuel depot point. Flamethrower and everything.
And fuel depot is the next point. and it's where these hangars are. And after that, you just have Pillbox Ridge, which I believe is right around here. There isn't the same. So in squad, if I were to press 6, just so you guys know what I'm saying, if I were to press 6 here, I can actually see like the dome. You guys know from the dome, the pill shape, the rectangular prisms that I frequently talk about in squad. I don't have that here, so it's very hard to visualize where the objectives are for the capture area. So I'm trying to do my best to describe it for you. But the fuel depot, it's not the underground bunkers here. So this underground bunker system is another objective on a different layer. The fuel depot is this area right here. So this is the actual capture point. Inside here is, surprise, surprise, fuel. And Japanese making sure that they have really, really strong bunkers for their fuel.
We'll have better chance at fuel depot.
Because if you leave it out top, well, it's going to get artied, it's going to explode, you're out of fuel, and you're out of luck. So, fuel depot right up next to these underground bunkers, and this does usually prove to be a very difficult point for the Marines to take. I don't know if they're going to have much of an issue this time. You already have a good 2-squad element pushing across the field towards them right now. You see in the top left, we need to reset the text chat coming from one of the squad leaders, and that is true.
Dude, I think they got like fobs already placed. I'd say like unknown markers.
And we now have some Japanese armor coming to help out as well.
I'm just guessing where these fobs are. They're marked as question markers.
Little light tank in front with the Chiha Kai, I believe, in back. And this little light tank, not much. I want to say it's like a 38 millimeter or something like that. Not much firepower, but enough to
See any Shermans?
to hit a nice weak point on a Sherman. Everything else most likely won't pin. But really good to kind of just wedge into a position, act almost like a gun turret against enemy infantry. You can see Marines starting to crest the hill. Gurdil FR21, and ooh, oh my goodness, that's a team kill, actually. I believe that was Florida Jit. Florida Jit with the Chiha Kai dumps one short and actually clears out his entire friendly position. And oh my goodness, he is still opening up. There's a lack of communication right now. Friendlies opening up onto the friendlies on a defensive position. This is the last thing the Japanese need. And it looks like they might have finally realized their mistake. Oh, and that's what you're looking for. I believe that was a Logi, and it was. You want to get yourself in a position where you can just get hit troops and light vehicles in the open.
Any idea where they're coming from? Oh shit, they're on fucking
Pillbox is already red.
2 o'clock, dude.
And Marines are now going to be stuck. They actually hadn't built a fob yet, so that was a very, very clutch kill. That Logi was coming in, and instead of getting a fob, they only have a regroup. So squad leaders, or the squad members, can only spawn out here, and that's going to just cut this entire squad off from the rest of the fight. Well, this is actually a Japanese regroup. And I don't know if they've realized it's Japanese yet. Ooh. Field gun, infantry. all trying to take pot shots at the Marines down in the hangars. And Flame Trooper trying to run across and get some other cover, but this is just going to be a slog for him on the east side. Not sure if much of anything's going to happen, so let's get over to the main defensive line. 396 tickets with an hour left. Oh my goodness, that is going to be tough.
A lot of people.
Take a peek to see if there's any
Probably is a tent there.
armored vehicles.
Or no, a rally.
I don't think so. Or maybe a rally.
Or the Marines, and I'm not seeing any actually. Yeah, I have Marine elements flanking right below us. Marines starting to push the underground bunkers and fuel storage, using the planes for cover. We got the BAR tripoded out here. But Japanese, they're not looking this way, and so if you're actually able to get a much stronger element pushing up behind, then you actually might be in business here. And unfortunately for the Marines, they're going to get picked off. Good shots by Ace G23. Both him and his dead body defending the north side. Oh my goodness. Times two. Corsairs coming in. And hold on, I think they just said they're capping. Oh, they started to. So a lot of the Japanese are actually off the point. The fuel storage is, well, it's the fuel storage. You have to get in on the point inside and off these hangars.
Are you getting hit by a shipment?
Light tank
I'm sorry you got hit.
takes out the smaller truck here.
We're not sure.
Rinzi now pushing up, knocks out Dirt D. Good shots with the M1 Grand. And Marines trying to just slowly but surely get themselves over the crest of this hill. And loading that rifle grenade.
MSP's hot on pillbox.
Oh my goodness, what a shot with the rifle grenade. Are you kidding? Gonna have to double check, and pulls off the attachment, swaps to his M1 Grand, knocks out an infantry, and I want to say he's actually decrewed that light tank, especially from the rear.
My squad holding the front if you guys
Oh, and that one just a little short, but fantastic first shot. Good effort from the Marine infantry here. And knocks out another on top of the bunker. One-man army right now. And it looks like that light tank is operational. Might have lost a crewman, because it was two-man before. And it looks like it had maybe like 30 seconds of downtime. And oh my goodness! Speaking of downtime, infantry goes down, stabbed in the back by a Japanese bayonet.
Coming in from, like, I guess they're coming in from pillbox.
Yeah, User X is the only one left in this tank, so two-man tank turns to one-man thanks to a good rifle grenade. Japanese pushing out, trying to clear out the infantry, and this is actually the most coordinated defense the Japanese have had. Green flamethrower trying to push up, gets himself along the wall, and falls through the map. Oh my god, that's too funny. Imagine running across this entire field as a flamethrower, dodging bullets, trying to make sure your your tank doesn't get hit. You get to hard. I can't control myself. I'm sorry. Oh my god, that is too funny. I'm so sorry, dude. Oh my god, I laughed so hard I just woke up my puppy. Riley, I'm sorry. Just go back. Yeah, okay. She's laid back down. Oh my god. Oh, that's too funny. The Chihakai blasted infantry going cartwheeling off the airstrip.
Is that fob radio?
Oh
more
my
than the
goodness.
southeast accurate?
Well, infantry's defending.
I missed our
Vehicle's defending.
hangars, but yeah, it's pretty
And the
accurate.
map is defending. Ranger now pushing ahead, getting the high ground.
Command, they're spawning in or out
Yeah,
the
the radio's
question
probably
marker.
in the hangar though.
Needs to be careful though. We've got infantry and oh. I'm just waiting for one of them to fall down the hole again. I believe there's like a map collision error. Oh, he nearly did it. He nearly fell. Marines now finally pushing back up. Take 2 with the flamethrower.
The only commander column I have for that is accuracy 300
Flamethrower
meters. So I think it's going to land fucking
bobbing and
nowhere near
weaving
the thing.
through the trees, trying to get up to the objective. And this is exactly what you want to clear it out, but no, it's taken out by a submachine gun. And the infantry now need to pay attention. They didn't realize that the whole, their whole back flank was open. Now you've got eyes pointing out towards the trees. And that's important because Marines are now mixed in. How'd they get all the way here without anyone noticing? That is the question. And oh my goodness! Sherman
They're getting closer to the southwest side.
is taking shots against this light tank, and the light tank hitting a little bit. I think I was gonna say hitting a little bit too close to that strong armored front plate. Crewman's gonna have to dismount, and the Sherman knocks out. Calling it a tank is a little bit generous,
Heavy
but
mortar going in
it is.
southwest.
He's got a backup one down below, just in case. But Sherman clears. And oh my goodness, Marines just running out in the open, trying to get into the craters. Light tank cooks off behind us. Trying to see where that Chiha Kai is. I think it's still behind. Yeah, there's a Chiha right here. And Sherman just trying to cut this airstrip in half by being here in the airstrip. It's very hard for infantry, and hold on a second. Chiha Kai off in the distance, moving left to right. Sherman right in front of us here should see it. Not yet. Sherman pushing up the airstrip, and very actually hard to see if you're not looking for it. That Chiha Kai, the turret, you see the camouflage turret center of your screen, and he's starting to turn his gun towards it. Sherman might have eyes. This is the worst position for the Chiha Kai. You do not want to be side armor on the Sherman. You can absolutely tear through it. Chiha Kai, gunner, now got eyes on the Sherman. Might be able to take a first ambush shot. Sherman now, oh, still trying to figure out what target is what. And the crew is oblivious. Infantry running across right in front of the Sherman. Sherman taking shots into the hangar off to its left, but doesn't see the Chiha Kai. Oh my goodness, absolutely obliterate the infantry. Off to the Sherman's right. Infantry in pieces, and now the Sherman's trying to figure out where exactly that came from. Legs and rifle just strewn across the airfield. Chiha Kai is going to start moving.
South, careful.
We're losing the southwest.
And wow, that actually pinned right through the Sherman, exited out the back rear. You can see that hole, and Sherman is confused.
Artillery in the way. Artillery away on the south of the point.
Very lucky not to kill crewman.
Seems.
And now that Chiha Kai has disabled the Sherman and is actually impacted through. Logi nearly gets taken out too, driving past. The Chiha Kai is absolutely shredding this Sherman. And it's really a mismatch. Sherman just, they have no idea where the Chiha Kai is. You can now see the machine gun trying to open up and give his gunner a little bit more of a orientation about where to go. They're smoking out, trying to prevent the enemy from taking him out as well. And now you see Japanese sapper, I was going to say running in, but he actually gets cut down by infantry. Defensive smoke, just like a squid inking, or octopus inking all over the place. Wait, do squids also ink in defense? I don't know. I know octopus do. They've inked in front of them, and it's actually allowing the, oh my goodness, the lunge mine coming in, and they're not lunging. What is going on? Just slams in front of him. The lunge mine doesn't work, and he's now swapped into a satchel charge. Sherman now should see, and he does, and that actually might kill the Chiha Kai.
Tank mark accurate. Tank mark accurate.
Yep. He's
Trying to go in for a lunge mine. Lunge mine. Will it work? Will it not work? This is a play test. Is the lunge mine working? No. Looking to his friendly. Hey, can I blow this up with a lunge mine? No, I still can't. What if I do it this way? Can I do it again? Stab in the back? Nope, won't work. What if I drop a satchel? Can I drop a satchel? Explode it? Yep. Instead of lunge mines, we're dropping a satchel. Both of you guys drop satchels, satchels, satchels. Chiha Kai moving left to right, trying to get out of the danger area. Satchels are going to explode everyone nearby here in a second. Sherman misses the shot. Chiha Kai is going to get out of dodge. Satchel also does nothing. I think there's a second satchel. Explosives have not been explosiving, and now you have M1 Garands coming into the Sherman's rescue. What is going on in the middle of the airfield? Explosions obliterate the Japanese infantry that have just tried to lay down and take out the Sherman.
Actually, there should be guys in there.
This is the Iwo Jima edition of Fury right here.
They're on the north hangout.
Marines coming in to reinforce their armor. And hold on, that's a grenade in front of it. Oh my goodness. Not much reinforcements left as the entire squad's cut down. Infantry from the Japanese now pushing in over the wrecked planes. And oh my goodness, Marines were in the driver's seat here. But it is going to be very difficult for them now. And 290 tickets for the Japanese. I would assume the Marines are going to be close to that. Trying to drop another satchel charge. Tosses it below the Sherman. Might be close enough to the ammo to do some real damage. And kills himself with that satchel charge. And no, these Shermans are made of Americananium, the strongest steel the U.S. has to offer, and they are just holding strong. Marines, they have a little foothold, all thanks to the gunner. I think there's only one. Yeah, just one more. The driver was killed earlier by that Chiha Kai pinning through. Back tongue.
Give me some markers. I'm on mortars right now. I only got smoke rounds left up.
But can they do it?
48.
But smoke's
They're
still
gathering up. Gathering up on the hangars on 48.
Those are good hits.
Marines
Copy.
trying to work their way up.
That 48.
Japanese infantry in the mix here.
As well,
Yeah, I'll try to kill him with smokes. Smoke still kill.
And oh, did they see that regroup? I'm not sure if he did. Sergeant Pepper 4 might have seen where Dino and Sean, Dino, where they just spawned in next to that airplane. And you have another fight over it.
Get the repair crane.
Jake Tiki, there's something going on with the lunge mines. They don't seem to be lunging.
We need your repair crane.
There's one on the north side.
Barbenheimer tries
kinda lost.
to do
Stuck on
something,
nowhere.
but Black Buzz
enemies that are
dismounts and is
running
trying to
around
get
all
his
over the
tank
place.
operational again. My puppy in the background whining. I know, I woke you up because of how funny it was earlier. I'm so sorry. She's staring at me, saying, I thought this invasion was going to be over quickly.
There's contact
The
force on
Marines
point,
are
near the
attacking,
fob,
Riley.
west side of the-
They're closing in on the fuel depot. They're almost in it. They're breaching.
I'm gonna drop danger close smokes on the west side of the point. Stay out of that area.
Marine squad now pushing through, and they're trying to take the underground bunker. Sergeant Pepper goes down. Latte Larry and Rugy 3, Dandy, as well as Panzer, all pushing in for the Marines. Rugy trying to turn the corner, and he's gonna see him. Knocks out Mads with the Tommy gun, but that is it. Animal Mother and Hunter 102 and Frankenstein able to defend this corner. They have a little, I believe, AT gun right here. There it is. Panzer with the trench shotgun knocks out 2.
Sending a big HE shell on the point. Trying to get us some time.
I think it's over for us, fellas.
Trench shotgun
The dream's dead.
trying to come in, and he has, oh my goodness, he has a satchel. Got a little too complacent. Didn't realize anyone or enemy was left in, and Shin Kin with a nice defensive save on the hab. It is overrun though, because look at all the Marines in here. Hooded Vigilante. Japanese Logi trying to come in with some supplies
You know
and being chased in and blown up.
Fucking us right now.
Fuel depot is neutralized.
We haven't moved for like 20 minutes. We've been sitting
No,
still.
I think there's,
Yeah, they're probably
And
done.
too many.
There's artillery
Enemies
going to
across
come
the
down. This is Japanese artillery on the point. Maybe will work, but the point is actually inside. Ooh, all the Marines are actually outside.
Smokes directly on the point. I'm trying to clear
Oh,
it.
it's smoke artillery.
I think it's over though. The
If
dream's
this was
dead.
high explosive, they might be able to actually do something. So last point is Pillbox Ridge. And from here, well, Pillbox Ridge is pretty much where the smokes are right now, but with the high ground of the underground bunkers and this, I don't really want to say valley, but it's kind of like a valley, allowing for safer movement of the lodges. It's going to be very easy, I think, for the Marines to take control of this western edge. Is it west? Northwestern edge of the airstrip, and then push into Pillbox Ridge.
Just stay on
Pillbox
Pillbox,
Ridge.
stay on Pillbox.
Well, it's the Pillbox on the ridge. Last point, and 49 minutes, 244 tickets. I'm curious at what the
There's
Marine
still a
tickets
Sherman
are.
in Fuel depot. He just started his engine.
Riley has accepted the fact that the invasion is still going on, is now chewing on a wonderful chew toy. Good girl. I'm sorry. Battles are tough. And apparently funny. And you have a long-range duel. It looks like the Chiha Kai has pushed out onto the airstrip, or edge of the airstrip, and is trying to take out... Oh, hold on a second. This is the Sherman from earlier. Chiha Kai taking aim at a Sherman that was disabled out on the airstrip earlier, and good shots impacting him, but you need to be very careful. Sherman's going to miss this one because Chiha Kai able to back out. You don't want to be stationary for too long because the Sherman is a much better tank than the Chiha. Chiha dumps that short. Sherman still trying to adjust and is getting closer than the Chiha Kai. And still just a little short for the Chiha.
Good luck.
Japanese crew needs to leg it out, air it out just a little bit more, and ooh, just barely misses. Sherman hits the front plate, and that's gonna spook him. Oh, good impact from the Chiha Kai, and skies this one, the Sherman, and maybe he was trying. Well, good smoke. Maybe he was trying to just predict where the Chiha Kai was gonna land, reverse back. if anything, he's actually able to... Oh, no, this is very dangerous. Chiha Kai, they do smoke out. They turn and run. This is about where the Sherman was aiming earlier. And if they do get a good sight on it, Sherman can actually knock out the engine. You'd have to
All my mortar rounds are empty. unfortunately.
really send it. And Sherman's going to disengage. Chiha Kai is going to disengage. And now... Corsair lays into the infantry and looks like sad European. Gonna be extra sad because he's the only one killed by it.
I can send on him.
So,
think Squad
last
7 needs to
point,
check that.
Pillbox Rage, 223 tickets, only 46 minutes left in game. Game has been going on for an hour or so now. T-Fam rolling up with the Logi, trying to make things happen. You do have a fob tint off to... Oh, that is an MSP, rather. Trying to get maybe another fob here, T-Fam, with that logistics truck. You want to get a defensive point on... Or a spawn point on the defensive. And there it goes up. Tint is up. Thank you, T-Fam. Thank you, Logi Squad.
Contact on squad 3 southwest.
Large infantry squad moving up.
Yeah, they're coming over that hilltop.
Bombshell 32 running up. Little catch up. About to run into a couple infantry.
back
Little catch up goes
operational.
down.
Give us a
Strider
marker.
hits the deck. Hearing those marine weapons go off. Oddball coming up as well. And this marine fire team is knocking out the hillside. This is the southern flank of Pillbox Ridge. Ina goes down, and now you just have the bin.
This area is fucked. On the side.
The bin laying prone. Knocks out Hofstone. Oddball gets shot by Floppa in the trench.
Fucking got
The
one
bin
with the
knocks out a
six.
second
Yeah, they
one.
got
He's
me.
just laying prone. Little bush Wookie. And the Japanese seem to have pushed off. I thought they were about to get run right through. And over till it's over.
You
Strider,
can send mortars on 42.
No,
but it's
Strider's
dangerous
dead,
to
rather.
defend these careful.
the bin. Tactical Mike crawling up to the bin. Who's crawling? Renzi's not crawling, but crouching. And I think he has a GL, and he does! Clears out the trench with a rifle grenade.
Just so you know, they're coming from both sides.
Bayos, two of them. Renzi
Yeah, drop mortars on 42.
with
if you
a
can, for
huge
that whole
infantry
area.
play. Using the rifle grenade, blowing a hole open, and then putting that Bayo to good use. Zeus and Jake Teeking go down. And a third Strider goes down, this time to the M1 Grand. Looks like he's attaching his rifle grenade. This time throwing some smoke, trying to get some concealment. Unfortunately, banks off a little sandbag off to the left as he see the infantry, and oh my goodness, the Corsair barrage right in front of him. Corsair clears out the trench line. Renzi is open, sprinting to try to clear out another pillbox. Will he do it? And he does. Oh no, one left. Follows up with a Bayo for good measure. Renzi, get that man a Medal of Honor. Posthumously, gosh, I can't pronounce it. You know what I meant. Words are hard. Post haste is what I meant to say. Get him. It post haste. Words are words. And English is difficult. Jake Tiki now pushing in.
The captain, the captain.
It's just like one guy.
Trying to re-secure the area, and they said they're capping. That's because Renzi had cleared so much ground. And now you have another Chiha coming up to try to defend this road. I want to see where the Sherman is. Sherman is flanking all the way around. But another, I think, defensive position. There's an AT gun somewhere. But Sherman has a long way to go. But if they can get that flank on the
They're in the
Chiha,
trenches next to
Chiha will
the
get
little
absolutely
spawn
shredded. Infantry still pushing over this ridge, and this is just
I'll send, like,
bitter
round
fighting
Run if we can on that.
between the teams.
We don't have strafes, so all we have is either a big fucking mortar shell or RT barrage.
Oh,
338 with a nice submachine gun burst to cut down some more infantry. They're trying to take this ridge back. If they are able to take the ridge back, then they have a lot of space. You can see infantry now pouring in for the Japanese on that north side trench line.
Depot is just about to kill us. We're still tracked.
Oh my goodness. Marines blasted off the hillside. That Chiha's just laying into them. And plenty of targets for the Chiha Kai.
Contact north. I think I got him, not sure.
Sherman slowly making his way in, and what is going on? It is a Sherman against a field gun. No! It's a Sherman against a little light tank. It's what the Ho-Ri.
We're holding for a marker.
Ho-Ri is just picking
Let us know where you
at
need
the
to-
Sherman.
let us
I
know
am
the contact.
confused at why the Sherman hasn't just done exactly that. Sends around right through that front plate. Crew dismounting and cut down.
72.
I don't know if that did any damage to him. No, all crew's still up, just kind of plunking at the Sherman. So Sherman takes out the Ho-Ri. And want to get eyes on where the other targets are for the tank. There he is, right ahead of him. Want to see if they've marked it. They have marked it on the map. So just off the edge of the airstrip is a Japanese Chiha Kai. Yep, there it is. Moving right to left, and the Sherman is trying to, from the high ground, take him out. They don't see him just yet. They're looking at the past position. It was marked earlier off to their front. They don't see it yet. Gunner still not see. Actually, the Chiha gets the first shot. Impacts into the side. Commander has to button back up, and they've actually got a fire going. What a play by the Chiha Kai.
Looks like there's a push coming.
Bazooka impacts him, but that's going to be catastrophic. That's an ammo fire. Chiha Kai, absolutely no reason to be as successful as they were, but Gunner absolutely hitting where it needed to hit. Sherman gets whoopsie-daisied by the Chiha Kai from the low ground rather. Sherman on the high ground. Star Wars meme ain't gonna happen this time. Chiha Kai, well, they're gonna remember that one. Doesn't happen. Well, first off, tank ambushes rarely get Uno reversed. Usually in this game, if you have that first shot and you can hit the weak point, especially a side armor, it's about donezo. But Chiha Kai able to turn around, and really unfortunate for that Sherman. They had so much infantry around them, weren't able to adjust exactly where they were, and let the Sherman know where the Chiha Kai had moved to. But there you go. Well, it might be a good kill on that Sherman, but it's just going to be that. No game-changing destruction because the Marines are now... Ooh, hold on a second. They actually might be pushed away. Yes, they are. I was going to say Marines are almost neutralizing Pillbox Ridge, but no. Mortars coming in. Not quite artillery, but just enough to knock out any of the Marines trying to push into the objective. Marines, however, even if they've been pushed off, they're now trying to make a play for the exact position where they're spawning in, the Japanese, trying to cut off the reinforcements. And a second tank, second Chiha here. This is the earlier variant.
Nice guys, good.
Less armor, smaller gun.
These rallies, guys.
Yep, each rally is very defensive.
Infantry
So
coming in with a
get them
satchel.
tickets.
Satchel jumping up. Oh, you need to clear it.
35 minutes with 60.
Be very careful. Satchel dropped on top of that turret and fire in the hole. Get on out of here. Oh my goodness! Instantly kills the crew in that turret, and that is, well, you have, oh, now you have a rear gunner. Main gun is actually destroyed. Never mind, none of that happened. I'm making it up. Engine is the only thing destroyed, and infantry are continuing to swarm the position, both on the tank's position and also Pillbox Ridge. Bazooka nearly in position to take out the tank, but that rear turret MG knocking him out, and that's what's powerful about these tanks. You've got the firepower out front, but also the protection out back. It's like a mullet. An armored mullet. Business in the front, party in the back. There you go. But once again, a little too late for the Japanese, as Marines have well and truly swarmed it. About 30 seconds to win, 45 tickets left, 30 minutes left, and that's going to wrap up just over an hour of an offensive Iwo Jima. Marines, even though they fell through the map at times, they got the benefit
Another HE mortar inbound at point.
of the lunge mine not working at times. Still a really, really hard-fought battle. Very fun, and hold on a second, it is not over yet.
Probably.
Olar goes in and actually stabs some. Hold on a second. Is can he clear? If he clears out the next bunker, it'll be GG's. Nope, it's GG's the other way.
No way, no one.
Nah, we lost.
Nobody won.
And there's no scoreboard. We don't know. No scoreboard. Nobody knows. Well, Americans with a very, very good victory over the Japanese on Iwo Jima offensive. Good playtest, fun rounds, and I think the devs are going to get a lot of data and information from these, but geez.